What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Mama V here, back for another quick mukbang. I'm excited, y'all. So I am currently in LA and I wanted some seafood and I got boiling crab. I'm sure y'all heard of him. Like it's a place like this to him. I'm sure if you guys heard of the place, it's if you guys follow Eat with Kim. She does boiling crab, and Stephanie So, I think it is. She also mukbangs boiling crab. Sparkling water. It is hot out here, y'all. I'm so hungry. Ooh, they got whole pieces of garlic in there. And then we got some lime. So obviously I'm in a hotel. And we're gonna do it hotel style. Use the bag as the plate. But I'm super excited. I haven't eaten like all day. Oh, so this is interesting. So there was like a regular crawfish with all their sauces, and this is like the naked version. So I guess they cook it in the sauce, but they don't keep it in there, so it's not as boily. So it's like a healthy version of a seafood boil. Woo. All right, y'all. There we go. The hotel room is gonna smell like seafood, but that's okay. So I was reading a bunch of, or watching a bunch of like people eat, and they say if it's not curled up like this, don't eat it because it wasn't alive when it was cooked. Oh, this is a big one. Exciting, y'all. It's a little bit of a healthier version. I'm used to like slopping in a sauce, but it's okay. It's okay. We gonna make do today. All right, just had to pray real quick. We have some sausage here. I've been out since 5 in the morning driving. I got here, I worked out, and I literally been snacking all day because I promised myself this time I was gonna film when I'm in LA. Every time I come here, I end up not filming. So this time I really motivated myself to film. I feel like this claw got meat. I'm so rude. You don't want some corn? Ooh, or some sausage? I like the naked kind because sometimes I don't like all the sauce. You know? I like to taste more of the seafood, and it's a little bit more healthier because all the butter and all that. But I'm just gunning it like you could have grabbed. Sorry, y'all. I'm so hungry. I'm telling y'all, literally, I have not eaten any real food today because I wanted to hold out on my appetite. And I was this close because I'm at the hotel and the girls are at their my in-laws, and I was this close to being like, oh, let me just go with y'all and I'll just film, or if not, I'll just film another day. But I'm like, no, gotta get as much content as I can. I'm gonna eat a whole bunch of seafood. Y'all. Nice. The inside came out by itself. I always forget how to eat these, y'all. It's been a while. That's the one thing with crawfish. I love crawfish so much, but it takes a lot of effort to freaking peel it and eat it. I feel like it's harder than shrimp. Shrimp, I've mastered that throughout the years. There we go. Oh, have y'all seen a TikTok about pickled garlic? Actually doesn't taste like anything. It's cooked, so I don't know if the pickle tastes different. It's good. You can still taste the sauce. At first when they said make it crawfish, I was like, yo, do you shell the whole crawfish? It was a lot of work. But they're like, no, it's just a healthier version. You know, when in LA, they got healthier versions to watch your figure. Let me tell y'all why I'm eating. Just cooked garlic's actually pretty good. We went to Yosemite last weekend, so we've been traveling quite a bit. But of course, safe places, outdoors, mask on. A little lime on there. But Yosemite was so dope. We literally outdoors all the time. It was so hot. It was like in the high 90s. Wouldn't be surprised in some places if it was 100. We got there on our Friday. We did like a little waterfall hike because we didn't anticipate that it was going to be that far. So our Airbnb was like only 2.5 hours away, but the park itself from the Airbnb, or from the place from my house, because we were going to go hiking before we checked into the Airbnb, was like 3.5 hours away. And then when you get in the park, to even get to like your first hike, you have to drive another 30 to 45 minutes, the shortest. Mind you, this is our first time going to Yosemite. We've never been to Yosemite in our lives. We weren't prepared for it. But it was fun. So the first day we went there, we did like a small hike, nothing big, waterfall, and then we did our Airbnb. And then the second day was chill. We did like a small hike, like literally off the side of a cliff. And it's crazy because the elevation is high, but you know, you don't really feel it until like you start hiking. And we were getting out of breath faster, not because we were tired, but because of the elevation. And then I started getting lightheaded. So like, we really need to eat. So you really need to like listen to your body when you out there. Pro tip, if you're gonna go to Yosemite, bring a cooler of your food, your snacks. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go on a hike and then find a cafe. No, everything is so far, and if you really want to enjoy it and not like get hangry, go ooh, is this gonna come out? Oh, it came out halfway. Yosemite, go with a cooler of food. So we had like one of those like really cheap insulated bags, had some ice, and then we had some sandwich meat, and then we had our mustard, and we just made the sandwiches over there, right? Like we made turkey sandwiches. Also, bring ice. So we brought like Ziploc bags of ice, and we put it in the temporary, like, you know, it's not like your high-end cooler. It did melt, but it still had some ice. Like at least the water was still cold. So that was really helpful, especially because the second day we accidentally forgot our canteens, or our big extra water. But luckily we weren't going hella hiking, and then we had that ice that really helped when it melted. We just put that in the canteen and drank that. But yeah, it was so dope. And it's crazy because like I knew Yosemite was big, but like I thought it was just like you can do a whole park in a whole hour. You know, I was like, oh, we're gonna be there for 3 days. What are we gonna do for 3 days? There's so many different hikes. It's crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It was so worth it though. It was so much fun. It was hella hot, so bring sunscreen. I even got sunburn. I'll show y'all my tan. And totally different color, y'all. And I was hiking in a tank top and I was still sweating. So we did Lower Yosemite waterfalls. I recommend going there if you're not too big into hiking. It's all flat. It's wheelchair accessible, kid friendly. Go. It has a good picture. If you're like, oh, I want good shots, good. And It was like no more maybe than the all around the hike, because it's like a big loop, 30 minutes. And then we went to Olmsted Point. That's definitely worth it. Not wheelchair accessible. Definitely, you know, you can still hike it, but, and I think pretty much all levels can hike it. The girls are 4 and they hiked it. Be careful of the drop off though. My sister was over there hanging off the side of the cliff like she ain't got no sense. But it was fun. And then what else did we do? Oh, we did Tenaya Lake, or Tonaya Lake. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong because it's Native American. A lot of the names from it's Native American land. So I guess like people also call it Valley of the Kings. And you can actually camp on there, but we did the Airbnb. They have hotels and stuff in there too if you want to just stay in the park, which they were already booked by the time we decided to go to Yosemite because we didn't think it was that popular. Again, we're not into like hiking and outdoors, so we don't do a lot of those activities, but we will now. It was super fun. Ooh, I forgot to grab some napkins for the bag. Good thing I'm taking a shower after this. Finish working out. Actually, let me take off my watch before it gets all fishy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it was super fun. The locals there are cool. I get they can get annoyed of visitors, but one, he seemed kind of racist. He was talking to all the white people, wouldn't talk to us brown people. So yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna support this store. It was like Val's Market or something in Groveland. That's good. They had a lot of the spicy sauce in there. Val's Market in Groveland. This is good, yo. You don't really even need no lime. People outside walking past the room are probably like, who is she talking to? I don't hear nobody. I'm talking to you, lovely people. I forgot how messy this is. Oh, and the last hike that we did on Sunday, which we did not think it was gonna be even better with the lime. So we ended up going to the Sequoia Tree hike because I think reconstruction or COVID, they didn't have the shuttle that we thought they would have. So when you park, it's literally like a 2-mile hike to like the main place where you can see like 1 or 2 sequoias, but actually to do the hike it's another mile in. So it's like a 3-mile total one way to get. So we just went 2 miles because we were with the girls, and y'all, baby daddy don't forgot the water canteen. So luckily mommy me before had packed like juices and sparkling water, and I brought some extra ice, so that literally lasted like 4 of us. We was dying on the way up though because we were conserving the water because we were just giving it to the girls, you know. And yeah, it was crazy, y'all. I was so mad at baby daddy. I was like, you are not responsible for the water anymore, because yeah. But it was fun. That one was, yeah, that was the hardest. It was super dusty. I would definitely wear my mask on it, not because people are on it, but not because of people, but like because of the dust. Like I literally was like coughing up dust when I got home. Like I was so dusty. The girls were so dusty. I literally was blowing my nose and like there was like dirt in my boogers. It was disgusting, y'all. So if you have some face coverings to wear on the trail, and it's not even that it was windy, it's because, you know, you're hiking and you know, if you're walking next to people, walking behind people, they're kicking up the dirt. So like, and they're not even intentionally, it's just like one step, you know. So it doesn't take a lot for the dirt to come up. But the girls did a 4-mile hike. I was super impressed. It was like a mile in, my sister was like, you sure you want to keep going? And then my baby daddy was like, we'll come another time. I was like, well, we gonna come another time, we don't know. And he really wanted to go because his dad had taken a picture in front of a big sequoia tree when he was younger, so he wanted to recreate the tree, the photo. So me, I was like, no, we're gonna do it. If we have to take breaks, we will. So good call my sister had. Oh, look, this is a big one. Good call my sister had was, she was like, just bring the lunches just in case. So I was like, okay, because I didn't think it was gonna take that long. So luckily, like literally probably 20 minutes before we reached the end, we just sat on a stump and ate lunch. And then if you have kids, bring candy. So every little milestone that they hit, I'd be like, okay, I'll give you a treat. Or especially on the way back down, I give them candy to give them, you know, a little bit of energy to make it down. And my daughter had all the energy in the world, y'all. All the energy in the world. And I got to a point where I was like, I was so determined. Like, I was like, if I have to put you on my back, which I did a couple of times for them, I will. But they did so good. And then on the way down, we played like games and stuff like that. So the way down is not bad at all. Super chill. The way up, you know, because you're kind of going uphill and stuff, it was, I don't know, the way, oh, look, clean break. So when you twist the tail, so when you break the tail, twist it and then pull out. And that's how you get the little, you know, poop line, like the shrimp. So yeah, I'm tearing this up. So it was super good. Again, I'm not a hiking person. It was never on my like to do list, even though I live in California. But it was definitely worth it when my sister was like, let's go. And I was like, might as well. So yeah, that was exciting. My hands are messy. The good thing, they would be messier if it had the sauce all over it. But how y'all doing? How y'all coping with COVID? Y'all been traveling? Y'all been playing it safe? Hopefully, y'all. And it's just been like, for us, it's just been like so hectic this month. So we came to LA, I think like a month ago, and we've been coming like once a month at least for the past 2-3 months. So that's been more than we usually do. So that's been kind of like, you know, tiring for us, but fun to see family, especially, you know, just taking advantage of, you know, working from home. And like, we'll probably like work here Monday, and then we usually drive up after work, because it's only like a 5.5 hour drive. So we'll get home by like 10, 11 at night, which is good because we're usually settling down for bed anyway. So the only thing is, my other job that I have, I've been trying to get these 2 days off, and it's been super busy. So I have to wake up like at 5 in the morning these next 2 days. But I was off for a week, so I'm also trying to be like, it's okay, I was off for a week, I enjoyed it. And then I have some family reunion stuff next weekend. We're doing a virtual family reunion. So it's just, and it's Father's Day next week, and it's just a lot going on, y'all. So let's see if we can do with this little one. Oh, it's like hollow. Oh no, it's from the top. Anyways, the little tails are so hard, but you know, I ain't trying to waste anything. No piece shall be left untouched. But yeah, definitely check out Yosemite, y'all. It was so beautiful, but it is low-key scary because you're kind of driving on the side of a cliff with no barrier. So have a confident driver. Don't be thinking y'all can go there and like be tipsy and drive. Like, no, y'all, be safe, be safe. We definitely go there again, because I think we only hit like maybe 1/3 of the park. There's this crazy hike though called Half Dome. It's literally like a big old half dome. People just climb like just full steep hill. Crazy. Those are the people with like the backpacks, and they have all their gear and all that. Like they have to hang on cables to get through. So yeah, that is the crazy part. I'm excited. My next video, definitely watch that, y'all. I got some king crab legs from the Alaska company online. B Loves always orders from them. Basically, all those seafood mukbangs, you see them order. They're the ones with the full king crab. So it is expensive, you know. So I was keeping my eye on the price, you know, and like, oh, maybe I'll, you know, do it now. And then I just randomly, like, it just randomly popped up, and then so I can't do it. So it randomly popped up like, oh, you know, in your email. And then I saw the big whole king crab is in stock, which is, they'll have the legs, but it's hard to, you know, when it's out of stock or out of season, to obviously find the whole one. But then I was gonna buy the whole one, but then I was like, no, what if I don't like the taste, you know, because all different crabs have textures. So I was like, yeah, I want to do the hype, but I also want to like not spend hella money on something I'm not gonna like. So then I ended up just buying the legs to see how I like them. But they just came in like the day we were leaving for LA. So I was like, oh, I don't have time to get sauce and all that. So I just put it in the freezer. It literally came in one day. I put it in the freezer. I'm gonna go home, cook it. I'm excited, y'all. But they do have the big old ones in stock. So yeah, if y'all want to check that out, definitely check that out. I just realized these are like super big limes. I'm used to limes being smaller. Yo, I need to watch. Oh, at least I got the little tail thing. I need to watch again how to do this. If it wasn't for social media, I don't think I would have ever tried or like crawfish so much, because they just make it look so good, and it is so good. And it takes a lot of work. My sister doesn't like crawfish because it takes a lot of work to peel. She doesn't like peeling shrimp, but I think it's nice. I think it's cool. They're like mini lobsters. Also, another thing I would say for y'all like who are like on a budget and y'all like, oh, they make seafood look so good. You know what? If you have a place that just sells lobster claws, buy just the lobster claws. Because I tried the lobster body like this. So just being clear, claws, body. I tried the lobster body, and it's not one of those big ones. It was like, you know, a normal sized lobster. And I don't know, maybe I didn't cook it right, but the meat was so like tough, and it didn't really hold a lot of flavor. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, you have sauce, but does the meat actually soak in the flavor? Not really. And I did cut the shell, and you know, had it poking out the shell when I put the seasoning in. It just didn't do it for me. I just thought it was kind of like a waste of money, contrary to the rest of the mukbang community. But the claws were really good. They were super soft and sweet. The meat was not tough at all. So get lobster claws instead of, ooh, that's a fat line. Get lobster claws instead of lobster tails. Lobster tails, I feel like they're overrated. And I also wouldn't, like, maybe I cooked it wrong, but I also wouldn't go to a store and like buy it because it's like double price. You can buy a lobster and, you know, make the seasonings yourself for cheaper. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of lobster to even like try it in, you know, in the store. Messing this up. Is there any more potato? Oh, I don't need the potato and sausages. Corn's good. Ow! It pricked me. So I'm excited for my next video. And I also bought some for my dad because he's really into crab. My mom don't like the big crabs. I don't know why. She said she don't like the way it looks. I don't know if she's actually tasted it, so maybe she'll like after she tastes it, because they do look like spider like, because it's just so long and you can see their little joint or their big joints on the Alaskan king crab. So I'm excited to, that's also why I didn't cook it, because I wanted to, you know, be able to drop off some for them. And it literally came like a couple of hours before nighttime. So yeah, and we were still packing and cleaning and all that. Ooh, another thing, hopefully that other place I mentioned in my last videos, the big old cotton candy. So we are gonna try to go there tomorrow early. Hopefully it works out. We'll see. We're gonna try to leave here at 11:30, get there an hour before they open. And you know, hopefully I can film that. Or if I don't film it, I'm gonna definitely take pictures, probably do a short TikTok. I have a TikTok account, y'all. I'm not even that, like, I love watching TikToks, but it's a lot of work to make one, like an interesting one at that, you know? So I was like, I want to focus on YouTube first, just because y'all were here first. Y'all were the homies first, you know? And shout out to the new few subscribers that I had. Thank you for subscribing. Sorry if you find this boring. Hopefully you don't. Just a normal girl eating food. I gotta bring some more story time. I feel like the story time ones I'm like the most excited about. I have to find some more college stories to tell y'all. And I've been trying to get that poly content to y'all, like the Kekecita and all that, but my mom's been so busy. I've been busy. My headband's falling off. My mom's been so busy. I've been busy, so it's been hard for her to like come over. And then, like, you know, when she comes over, we just kind of want to relax and spend time together. You know, me too. You know, sometimes she do be making the Kekecita, but we're like, we're like enjoying each other's company. So then I'm like, let me not. But I really wanna. I told her, and she was like, yeah, you can film me. So I really want to do it. I think y'all gonna love that, because a lot of y'all really like the pineapple pie one. I still be getting comments on that. That's like my mostly watched video, so all love there. And I'm gonna tell y'all, maybe my mom's banana case, maybe we can get a little snippet. You know, it's like those cakes that you be taking to like putus or like to do halas, you know, and all that, or like church functions, you know, with the old school, like the old school, what is that called, icing. And my mom makes those, and it's very popular in our area amongst the Tongans. And she makes her own whipped cream, everything handmade, hand smashed. Like, that's where I got like my baking love from. Maybe she'll let me film y'all. It's such a long process though, so I mean, like, not a long process, but you know, like with American YouTube and all that, you want to do measurements. And as I'm sure y'all seen like other poly YouTubes, when you ask like your elders, they're like, I don't know, here's a random cup, this is a cup that I always use, it's about a cup. Or like I mentioned in my other one, like, this is a spoon, I consider it a teaspoon, even though it's just like, you know, a normal silver spoon that they picked up throughout the years. So yeah, that'll be interesting. So I might have to do like a 2-part thing, especially if I film her making her what is that called, her icing. So it's kind of like a buttercream, but it's also like whipped, so it's not as heavy as a buttercream. And she also doesn't make it as sweet, because the OGs, they like sweetness. There's some sweetness in there, but it's not like your regular Safeway frosting. You know, so yeah. And it's like 3 ingredients, but it tastes so good. And then, you know, just put food coloring for the different colors. But yeah, I'm gonna get that to y'all before summer. That's my goal, before summer. They might spend a lot of time with us in July, so I'll be looking forward to that. And yeah. I only got one more tail left. Wow, this is the first time I ate a whole bag. So it wasn't as many crawfish as I thought, but I think honestly it's probably like because I didn't have all the sauce to make it a lot more, the bag look a lot more fuller. And these are definitely bigger crawfish than I've had in the Bay. And actually this was a little bit cheaper than in the Bay Area. It wasn't like crazy cheap, but it was like a couple more dollars cheap. Like everything that we bought would have been easily $100 in the Bay Area. Out here, not so much. It was like under $100 for like 4 different bags of seafood and then some extra stuff on top of that. This is good, yo. Thank you for joining me for my messy hotel mukbang. I appreciate y'all so much and love to y'all. Make sure y'all still staying safe. I know people out there acting like COVID didn't exist, but at least just wear your mask, y'all. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed week. And you know, it costs free $99 to be nice. So peace out, y'all.